Hello friends, welcome back, and if you are new to our channel, thank you for stopping by. Today I'll be sharing with you a very beautiful easy knitting pattern. So let's get started. This pattern is in the multiple of 6 plus 1 plus 2 edge stitch. So I have cast 18 plus 1 plus 2, that means 21 stitches. So let's start with the first row. Now the very first stitch is the edge stitch. After that we are going to do 3 number of knit. Yes, as the edge and 3 number of knit is done. Now yarn forward and I'm going to do 1 number of purl. Yarn backwards and 5 number of knit. Now again this is the repeat. We are going to start repeat pattern. Yarn forward, P1, that is purl 1, yarn backwards, 5 number of knit. So this is the sequence that is to be followed till we have 5 stitches left, or we can say 4 stitches because the last is the edge stitch. So we do a P1 and P1 is done, and do 3 number of knit, 1, 2 and 3, and the last one is the edge stitch. We are just going to knit, that is not included in the pattern. Now so our first row is over. Let's move on to the second row. Starting of the second row, I slip the first edge stitch. After that I'm going to work 2 number of purl. Please don't get confused with the first edge stitch. Then I did a knit and 1 purl, then yarn backwards, a knit, yarn forward and 3 number of purl. That's the third one. Now the repeat pattern is going to start again. Yarn backwards, yes, knit 1, P1, this is the repeat pattern. Then we knit 1, again yarn forward and 3 number of purl till we have 6 stitches left. So after that it is going to be again knit 1, K1, that is, then yarn forward, 1 number of purl, yarn backwards, 1 number of knit, yarn forward and 2 number of purl. So our pattern is complete. The last one is the edge stitch, which is to be purled as well. So second row is complete. Edge stitches will not be counted in the pattern. Starting the third row, the first edge stitch is slipped off, then we do 1 knit, yarn forward, we purl 1 and we are going to work 3 number of knit, 1, 2, and that's the third one. Now again yarn forward and work 1 purl and then again 1 knit. Again we are going to repeat, that is purl 1, 3 number of knit, again yarn forward, purl 1, yarn backwards, 1 number of knit. Now again yarn forward, we will work 1 number of purl, yarn backwards, 3 number of knit, yarn forward, 1 purl, yarn backwards and 1 number of knit, and the final edge stitch is also going to be a knit. So the third row is complete. Now let us move to the fourth row. Now the fourth row, first is the edge stitch. We slip it out and then we are going to do a knit. And now yarn forward, the repeat pattern starts from here. 5 number of purl That's the third, fourth and the fifth. Now yarn backwards and we do a knit. Again yarn forward, 5 number of purl. Once 5 number of purl is complete, yarn backwards and a knit. And again yarn forward, 5 number of purl, yarn backwards, a knit and a purl, which is the edge stitch. So fourth row is complete. Moving on to the fifth row, we slip the edge stitch and do a knit. After that yarn forward, we work 1 purl, yarn backwards, then we do 3 number of knit. Yes, yarn forward, we do a purl, yarn backwards, a knit. Now we are going to repeat the process again. 1 purl, 3 number of knit. That's the first, second and the third. Okay, now yarn forward, 1 number of purl, yarn backwards, 1 knit. Now let us repeat again. 1 purl, 3 number of knit, 1, 2 and 3, yarn forward, 1 purl, yarn backwards, a knit, and the final edge stitch is also going to be a knit. So our fifth row comes to an end. Moving on to the sixth row, we slip the edge stitch and then we are going to work 2 number of purl, 1 and 2. Yarn backwards, the repeat pattern starts from here. 1 knit, 1 purl. Again 1 knit, yarn forward, 3 number of purl, 1, 2 and 3. Yes. Now again yarn backwards, we knit 1, yarn forward, we purl 1, yarn backwards, a knit, yarn forward, 3 number of purl. Now again the repeat pattern. A yarn backwards and we do a knit, yarn forward, a purl, yarn backwards, a knit, yarn forward, 2 number of purl to finish off this sixth row, and the last edge stitch is also going to be a purl. So our sixth row is complete and our one set of pattern is also ready. Now I am going to start off the pattern all over again, starting with the first row. Slip the edge stitch and we are going to work 3 number of knit. That's done. 1, 2, 3. Yarn forward, the repeat pattern starts. We do 1 number of purl and 5 number of knit. This is to be repeated till the end of the row. Now yarn forward, 1 purl, yarn backwards, 5 number of knit. Again yarn forward, we do a purl and finishing off this row with 3 number of knit. 1, 2 and 3. The last stitch will not be counted as that is the edge stitch, which will also be a knit. So our first row is complete. Let's head on to the second row. The first is the edge stitch which is slipped out, then we work 2 number of purl, 1 and 2. It's done. Now the repeat pattern starts. We do a knit and a purl and again a knit, yarn forward, 3 number of purl, 1, 2 and 3. Now again the repeat pattern. We do a knit, a purl, yarn backwards, a knit, yarn forward, 3 number of purl, 1, 2 and 3. Now yarn backwards, we do a knit, yarn forward, a purl, yarn backwards, a knit, yarn forward, 2 number of purl, and the edge stitch is also going to be a purl. So a second row comes to an end. Now let's move on to the third row. The edge stitch is slipped off. Then we do 1 knit, yarn forward, the repeat pattern starts, 1 purl, 3 number of knit, 1 2 3, yarn forward, a purl, yarn backwards, a knit. Now again the repeat pattern, yarn forward, a purl, yarn backwards, 3 number of knit, 1 2 and 3, yarn forward, a purl, yarn backwards, a knit. Now again the repeat pattern, yarn forward, a purl, followed by 3 number of knit, 1 2 and 3, yarn forward, a purl, yarn backwards, a knit, and the edge stitch also we are going to work a knit. So our third row is complete. Moving on to the fourth row, we slip the first edge stitch out and then yarn backwards and we work a knit. Now from here the repeat pattern is going to start, that is yarn forward, 5 number of purl. Once that is done, yarn backwards, a knit. Now again the repeat pattern, yarn forward, 5 number of purl, yarn backwards, a knit, yarn forward, 5 number of purl, 3 4 and 5, yarn backwards, a knit, and again yarn forward, the edge stitch is also going to be a purl. So a fourth row complete. This is how a pattern looks. It is a beautiful pattern. Moving on to the fifth row, we slip the edge stitch and then do a knit. Yarn forward, the repeat pattern starts, purl 1, yarn backwards, knit 3, yarn forward, purl 1, yarn backwards, knit 1. Yes. Now again the repeat pattern, that is yarn forward, we do a purl, yarn backwards, a knit, 3 number of knit, yarn forward, 1 purl, yarn backwards, a knit. Now again repeat pattern, purl 1, knit 3, again purl 1, yarn backwards, a knit 1, and the edge stitch also we are going to knit. So our fifth row comes to an end. Moving on to the sixth row, we slip the edge stitch and then work 2 number of purl. After this the repeat pattern starts, yarn backwards, a knit, yarn forward, a purl, yarn backwards, a knit, yarn forward, 3 number of purl, 1 2 and 3. Now yarn backwards, again the repeat pattern, knit 1, purl 1, again knit 1, yarn forward, purl 3, 1 2 and 3. Now again the repeat pattern, knit 1, yarn forward, purl 1, knit 1 and purl 2, 1 and 2, and the edge stitch we are also going to purl. So our beautiful pattern is complete. I hope you all will use this pattern for your future projects. Do not forget to share, subscribe and comment. Do hit the like button if you have found the video interesting. If you are new to our channel, do take a moment to subscribe and stay tuned for more of interesting videos. So till we meet again, it is bye bye for today.